very unceremoniously, which I'm going to share because it's my truth, it's my journey. And then my dad called me up. Mr. Hand was the headmaster then, and Mr. Levine was the dad. Yes. Yes. And Mr. Thank you. Right here. For me, when I'm not here, please give us something so lovely for me every time you see. Now I feel at home. The camera's on me, the microphone check. Now I really feel at home. So anyway, I left in 97. I then went ahead to UC Riverside in California. I wasn't well. I had a problem with my uterus. I have a condition called endometriosis. Okay, and I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, this is really important because I suffered a lot in school. I don't know if you still do it now, but when I came to Crest in lower 6, I had to repeat, right, the stream because of this condition that I had called endometriosis. I spent too much time having surgeries for my fibroids and everybody said, oh, it's a bad period pain. Oh, she's got a period pain. And you know, sometimes girls and guys would even know because at that time she can't do sports or she doesn't come to class or she's rolling on the floor in sick bay. I need you guys to be aware that if you have somebody in class that does have a problem and always complains every time they go on their period and stuff, it's not their fault. She's not letting you down. You understand? Sometimes you feel like you're not a team player. I know what that feels like. I had to repeat at the school a year because I spent too much time out of class. Unfortunately, thank God I went to a school like Crest that was able to see the problem I had and accommodate me and work with me. And I was able to go to California and graduate, get my degree, and come back and be a celebrity. I'm just saying. So to cut a long story short, the only reason why I did not compete, it's important I tell you this, but I gotta tell you because I don't know if you have any other legendary stories. I am the legend. My name is Tintin, I. See? Okay? Now let me tell you the legendary story of the Miss Tintin. So it's 97, I'm turning 16. And at that time we had a bit of competition. The walkers were here as well. I was with Martin and Matthew and who was the third one? There were 3. Martin, Matthew, the guy, anyway, the younger one. And we all figured that we came from, that we came, after we were at Crest, so we thought, yeah, I'm just saying. So the walkers used to come in the Rolls Royces and I'm thinking, oh my dad, we've also got cars, why can't, and I live in Mutoko, by the way, we're coming from Mutoko side. And I was like, well, my dad doesn't floss, he doesn't do anything, but you know what, I'm also rolling. So I wanted to, I said, Daddy, do kumbro a sweet 16th birthday party. Yeah? If you knew my dad, hey, yeah. You're asking for what? Hey. So what did I do? My creative self? I don't know where I learned it from, but now I do know because I'm a natural creative. If you are a natural creative, if you grew up, I'm going to say it in Shona, if you grew up with people saying, don't take that as a bad thing. The problem we have, especially as parents, and the tone that we speak to children, when they're not academically enlightened all the time, and they have an artistic flair, it could be in drawing, it could be now in dancing, it could be in singing, it could be in writing. Encourage it. And being here, do you know, I had a teacher who taught us business and commerce, Mr. He became a headmaster, Mr. Chiketera. He became a headmaster at another school. Mr. Chiketera in the commercial class would come to me and say, it's okay, Tino, it's okay. This is not for you, but just do what you can. This is not for you. After this lesson, you can go to art. So he used to do that. But the point is he identified within me that Israel accounts as this language. It's not for me. But he identified that there was an X factor about me that I was able to shine and let my light shine. Each one of you has got a light. Each one of you has got something that is so unique. And I know it sounds cliche, but until you claim it and you rock it and you own it, you won't know it. Okay. So what, and I know it gets tricky because people always rush to say, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? I left school not wanting to know, not saying what I wanted to be because I wasn't quite sure. So when teachers and parents keep saying at this level here and saying, what do you want to be? Chimbomirai. Chimbomirai, try. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be intimidated by failing. My father taught me that there's no such thing as failure. You're climbing up a ladder and you drop a few rings down. Yeah, I said ring down. Yes, few steps down. You didn't fail. Yeah, you just took a couple of steps back, allows you to look up, restructure, and then go up again. There's no such thing as failure. You just take a step back, re-strategize, and go for it. You understand? Whatever you want to do, pursue it. Okay, I'm going to say something else. So, okay, very quickly. So anyway, back to Mr. Hanley and the story here. So my dad refused for me to have a sweet 16th birthday party. So basically, I was very creative in the drawing and stuff. So I went and I took a checkbook. Back then, there was a checkbook that, you'd write a check, you go into the bank, and then you get money. So I took one from the middle, and I put a 2, 0, 0, 0, 0, comma, 0, 0. And that was back in the days when we had the 20 notes, the elephant, what we call the real money. Our generation calls it the real money. I wrote myself a check for $20,000. Now, back then, the Zimbabwe dollar to the pound, at that time, we were at 1:4. And I wrote this check because my dad said, no party. Me, I'd promised people before the holidays that I was coming to have a party. So I had to deliver the party because, Miss Tintin always deliver. So I then took the checkbook and then I came to Mutare. Then I don't know, then the day before a major rugby, there was a rugby, was it a tournament? It wasn't Cockroach, it was during the week. But it was at Churchill, I remember. And the night before is when I threw the party of I'll say the century, because up to now, if you ask the old school, they don't tell you, nobody done throw a party like Miss Tintin. I shut Mutare down, y'all. And I didn't drink then. I didn't smoke then. I really cut down. I promise I've cut down on the smoking. I really have. My husband, Andy. There's my husband, guys. And there's my son, Alex. And I've got another boy, he's at boarding school. But anyway, so I threw this massive party, and back then it was like calling DJ. Who are the big DJs now, even internationally? Somebody. DJ Khaled. Okay, not Khaled as the producer, but DJ Wiki. Those ones. Anyway, back then we had Peter Johns, we had Otis the Flo Fraser, they came. Holiday Inn had just opened. Yes. Kingdom Bank had just sponsored Miss Mutare, of which I won Miss Mutare 97. And then went ahead to become second princess of Miss Zimbabwe. Of which none of my teachers knew. My parents didn't know until it came out on the news. They said, and in Mutare, Tino Katsande has been crowned Miss Mutare. Then Mr. Hanley said, where did Tino go to? Where did she go to? So I had this big party. Everybody came. I don't know if you still have hostels here, but we used to have a setup where we had boarding houses in the city. I don't know if we still do it now. Yes, I was a beautiful lady called Granny, stayed there. But somehow, everybody came to the party. And everybody's parents were waiting in Harare for the bus. The pickup point was, I think, by the library. I can't remember. Nobody rocked up. The bus arrived in Harare with the teachers and 3 people because they had been to my party. I told you I rock the party that rocks the party. Letters came like this to the school about the complaint. I didn't see what was wrong with it. I was having a party. Other people have parties. I didn't see what's wrong with it. I'm telling you this story because sometimes, guys, there's no need for you to make mistakes that we have made when you can see you're going the wrong way. You understand? If you're going to be a smart person in this world we're living in now, especially girls, listen to me. Listen to me. You know how you hear girl power and girl this and girl that? It's very true. And we must support each other. Because boys are like this. Boys can have issues, but when it comes to kutiba, for them to win at something, they come together. Girls, the problem with us is that unlike boys, they can identify something in another guy and not be envious. You understand? They can identify that this guy is a good scrum, I don't know, rugby, those terms, whatever it is, and encourage. We girls will identify, wow, I really like her hair. I like the way she talks, like she's pretty, and then say, oh, she thinks she's all that. Do you know that even last time she didn't get to do that? Do you know that it's that doesn't work. That doesn't work. In the world we live in now and the world you're about to get into, yeah, if you don't sync with people, if you are not kind, if you have no passion, if you have no desire, if you have no focus, you will fail. That's when you'll experience failure. You are better, queens, when you crown the next or fix her crown when it's bent and you go and because believe me, when she pulls up, she pulls you with her. That's the mentality you need to be having. That's the mentality. You understand? So it doesn't matter if it's in a club or if it's in a sports thing or a friendship, whatever it is. Girls, let's learn to upgrade and pull each other up because the guys are doing, which is why they say it's a man's world. And if we really want it to work for us, and if we really want those spots and everything that you want to do, you've got to think like them. It's true. That book that says think like a man, act like a woman, it's so true. Guys don't have time to just do nyaga nyaga little. They don't have time for that. They're either chasing skirt or they're chasing paper. Do you understand? All right, do you understand? So girls, we also need to start thinking like, because when you own yours and you have yours, when the guy comes through, whenever he decides to come through and he says, oh yeah, so, I got this for you, I was just saying this, you can look and say, I've got one too. Yeah. I got into so much trouble for that party, as you can imagine. My dad rocked up in the middle of the term. I didn't know what was happening. He then came and told Mr. Hanley to expel me. Mr. Hanley said, no, well, it was not done. It was, it's not like she's a bad, and my father said, oh, so you're refusing. I pull her out. So one day on Wednesday at 3:30, people were going home. We still had the Zupco bus then, getting the bus to go to town. My dad came. Next thing, everybody, and I'm like, what's going on? We drove out. This is my father. We drove out. To go home is this way. To go anywhere else is that way. We went that way. Until we arrived at Penalonga police station. And my dad went in and the officer in charge was called and Mr. Hanley is still coming behind saying, no, Mr. Katsande, no, this is not, no, we need counseling. My father said, counseling for who? Counseling for what? So at the age of 16, I stood before the magistrate in town at the Harare magistrate. Mind you, I'm Miss Mutare, so the news is saying, father of Miss Mutare has taken his daughter to. That only made my father even more angry, but anyway, we tried to manage it. And I went, at the age of 16, I learned. And it was by God's grace, because my dad was a serious man. I could have gone to juvenile, to juvie. I don't know if they still have them now. I could have gone to jail for real because I stole. I didn't need to steal. Sometimes the things we do because we want to be seen are not worth it. I beg you. A time will come. Now I can have a party on Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, any day I want. I didn't say to my girls, like, guys, come through, I'm having a party. But there are times and seasons for everything. Allow yourself to enjoy the season. You're a growing person. You're discovering yourself. You're discovering other people. You're discovering the things you like and you don't like. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Take your time, y'all. I need it right now. Take your time. Keep the focus. Be kind, and kindness will come to you. What you give out, it's so true, will come back. Years later, I was told that I could never have children because of the condition. Today, I have 2 boys. Years later, I'm living my life. I don't even know. 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. And when you hear the word cancer, what do you think? Be honest. Shout it out. Cancer? Yes. Cancer? Yes. Cancer? Yes. But look at me now. Look at me now. Your attitude, the attitude I went through, and thank you. I always said, and he doesn't like it, but I say it again, this man right here. Choose them right, in the right season. You remember. Alex wants to say something. What did you say?
I remember you with cancer in the hospital.
You remember me with cancer in the hospital? But look at me.
Blood was going.
And my blood was going. I needed to get blood.
Going bad.
Was going bad. But now what happened? What's happening now?
You're getting better.
I am better. Yes, I am better. And the cancer's gone. That's right. So your attitude to everything, people see me and they say, you're a free spirit, you've got all this energy. It's a real thing, guys. If you can think it. I know we hear it and we see it in the TikTok thingies and the reels. It's a real thing. Trust me, I'm a living testimony. If you can think it, if you can believe it, trust me, you can do it. Surround yourself with positive energy all the time. It's so easy to be depressed, guys. And I know people will talk about depression and think about your parents and your parents, because I'm not that old. About your parents, you know, those ones there. Okay, and me. Okay, about us, your parents. But I know that we're all going through something. We are all going through something. It doesn't matter. It can be something from example, my dad is in Australia or my mom is in the UK. So, you know, she sends money. No. Who doesn't want to have their parent around 24/7? Come on now. We all want our parents around. It can be an issue about something in class. It could be a subject that's really, really stressing you a lot and you just can't break it, you just can't understand. Like me in mathematics, I see numbers now and yet my husband is a full-on economics guy. And I panic. There are many things that make you feel down. And things that make you feel down will make you look for something to fill it in. I know, because I know what it is to have a problem with drugs. You hear me? We all know that drugs are up. Who doesn't know that drugs are up? Who doesn't know that? Everybody knows that drugs just we all know this, yeah. And it's not like, so when we're talking to younger people, and talk about drugs, and we say, you know, abstain from drugs. You must do happy active. You already are being happy and active. You're doing your best, but there are voids that we have. And if you don't find somebody to talk to, if you don't have somebody that you can just open up to, if you have somebody that won't judge you, my number is 0773 075301. You call me. Before you start hanging out with the guys that are taking the rails, the lines, or popping the pills, the mollies, or tapping the crack, or the J-pipe. I know. Before we start indulging in that, know that you are perfectly and uniquely made. You're so perfect. In all your imperfections, you are perfect because there's only one you. But you need to be able to find somebody to talk to. Each and every one of us has to find somebody to just release. And it doesn't have to be the pastor at church or your teacher at school or the fake best friend that sometimes is your friend and then she's not your friend. No. There are people, there are organizations that you can turn to be like, this is how I feel. Don't judge me. I'm not okay. Because it's okay not to be okay, but you need to always find yourself. Come back and find yourself. Believe in yourself. You are uniquely made. Have passion. Have your focus. Be kind. Nothing kills kindness. Nothing. But kindness kills everything else. You understand? So I'm here today, 5 years later, cancer-free. My attitude to life has always been that I live my best life every day. Every day I put my best into my life. Not what you are thinking my life should be. You understand? I know what I want for my life. And sometimes I may be a bit skewed offside. That's why we have people who are advisors. We have teachers and we have counselors and we have pastors and we have aunties and we have dads and we have moms that kind of tap us in the right way. But I know what I want. Know what you want. Go for it with passion. And above all, I don't know what you believe, but I believe in that guy upstairs. That guy called God, man. Yo, I tell you, he knows me and he made me, so he knows my imperfections. So when I mess up, just like my dad, I would go and say, sorry, I stole your money and had a $20,000 party and came back with not even 1 cent. My father kept saying, I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to change it. And I was like, you will always have somebody that you can reach out and talk to. So my wish and my blessing is that you are so blessed to be able to be in an environment like this with people. I met her now, with people that have this aura and exude passion and can you stand up, please? With people that have passion and that genuinely love. You see it, it exudes. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for inviting me. I just want to introduce you to Mia.
Barbara.
Who's this? Who's Mia?
Mia is the organizer. There she is.
Okay, Mia, stand up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for organizing. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you. All right, I'm done. I just want to say, live your best life. Keep your focus right and know that you are so uniquely made and you have something to offer. You have something to offer. You have something to offer. Just keep your focus. All right? I love you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, I guess that's it then. I love you so much. I love you so much. He says, I'm proud of you, mommy. Thank you.
You're really doing your posing, huh? Oh, so there we go.
Thanks. Okay, cool. Hold on. Thank you so much. Masjita. Yes.